I take care of my own health. The European Health Foundation is committed to this statement. We realize that in today's economically challenged world, it is more important than ever to be self-reliant, especially when it comes to the health and well-being of you and your family. Our mission is to provide people an extra aid in the form of self-help training videos on several relevant health-related issues. Our informative videos will enable people to work on their or their family's personal health matters in a cost-friendly manner. In this time of economic crisis, therapists and other health professionals are a costly expenditure. The European Health Foundation is not a replacement for professional medical care, but rather a viable alternative by providing its customers a range of tips and suggestions in order to help them cope and eventually solve some of the most common ailments and mental health issues that are present in today's society. We have put together a very informative library of self-help DVDs with more titles available in the near future. The aim is to make informative videos together with bonus materials for a myriad of health issues. In the future, we intend to broaden our geographical horizons and export our products throughout Europe, the United States, and Asia.
Everyone knows what it feels like when you've eaten too much. You get that overstuffed and bloated feeling. Yes, we all know that if you overeat, this is the consequence. However, there are some instances where you actually did not overeat, yet you still have that same bloated and overstuffed feeling. You may think you ate too much, but in reality you have probably eaten foods that don't digest well when eaten in combination with one another. This can cause those same overstuffed type of feelings. Meat, fish, dairy and breads can play a major part in this. This is something that isn't widely known yet by the general public. However, this is easily preventable just by being aware of what kind of foods work in combination with each other and which do not. It basically comes down to not eating foods that are high in protein along with foods that are rich in starch. Also, many of us do not realize that the grogginess you feel in the morning, the bad taste in your mouth, and bad breath are signs of eating foods with a high acid content. Eating foods high in acidity can cause interruptions in your digestive process. When this process is interrupted, the remaining proteins left in the lower intestine start to rot, and that the bloated feeling in your stomach is really the consequence of the fermentation that is starting to take place in the lower intestine. Without us realizing it, eating the wrong combinations of foods causes many of the problems described earlier and later discussed in this chapter.
Today's fast food culture seems to be dedicated to providing us with the wrong food combinations. Too much unnatural sweetness is bad for your health, especially when combined with the high starch and protein content of your base meal. The average human today consumes way too much animal protein, which in turn causes calcium and other valuable minerals to be lost during our body's elimination processes. The main consequence is acidification, which is the main cause of many diseases. We will discuss how to prevent this. But before we do, let's remind ourselves never to eat when we already have a full stomach. If you do this, you increase the chances that part of the food gets stuck in the middle and upper part of the stomach. This food now cannot be digested by the gastric juices in the stomach, causing the sugars to ferment. This is what gives you that uneasy feeling in the stomach and makes you feel bloated as well. Eating heavily sweetened desserts or fruit after a meal is best to be avoided. To give you an idea of how long it takes for food to be digested, watch the following animation. A salad or raw vegetables will remain in the stomach for about 2 hours. A well-balanced meal that includes meat will remain in the stomach for about 4 hours. A poorly balanced meal will remain in the stomach for about 8 hours. As you can see, nearly double the average digestion time for a normal healthy meal. It should be clear to us by now that it is wise to choose your meals with more care. As discussed earlier, let's now talk about which combinations are to be avoided and which combinations are good for you. Foods we should never combine are Starches and sugars. For example, sweets with soft drinks. Yes, a delicious combination, but bad for the body. Starches and acids. Take, for example, bread with sauerkraut. Fats and sugars. For example, pastry with ice cream. Or proteins and acids. A couple eggs with a glass of orange juice. In addition to that bloated and overstuffed feeling, these combinations can cause gas, congestion, diarrhea, fatigue, and a general feeling of discomfort. On one side, it's difficult to rule out these often popular combinations from your diet, but it will make these issues go away. Foods rich in carbohydrates, such as quinoa, buckwheat, potatoes, and amaranth, are a good match with vegetables. You will find that these combinations are digested more quickly and easily, which reduces the chance of any digestive-related problems in the future. When possible, try to make vegetables the majority of food on your plate, and try to eat fruit at another time rather than with your main meal. Examples of good food combinations are potatoes in a spinach salad, as the iron in the spinach can easily be absorbed into the body due to the vitamin C in the potatoes. Red bell pepper and avocado. The healthy fats in the avocado cause the carotene in the bell pepper to be absorbed more easily. Carotene is a powerful vegetable pigment that is beneficial to your heart and immune system. Carotene can also be found in carrots and tomatoes. Meat and rosemary. When you choose to eat grilled or fried meat, add some rosemary. This spice prevents any carcinogenic material, such as heterocyclic amino acids, to be formed while preparing the meat. Basil, sage, and mint are also good to add to your steak. Fish with broccoli and tomatoes. Fish contains selenium, which is a mineral that promotes the formation of certain enzymes that help fight cancer cells. Broccoli contains sulforaphane, which is a herbal extract that also aids in helping prevent cancer. The combined effect of selenium and sulforaphane is 13 times as powerful as the effect of these two on their own. Adding tomatoes will even increase that effect. Cabbage, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and radishes are also great additions. Oats and berries. Oats contain phenols. These are antioxidants, and when combined with vitamin C, the powerful effect that the phenols have is amplified and better protects your cell membranes against oxidation. This can actually slow down the aging process. Since berries contain a lot of fiber, they are the perfect choice to combine with other nutrients, such as oats. Asparagus and eggs. When you combine eggs with asparagus, the liver does a much better job at detoxing your body. Turmeric and pepper. The spice turmeric is beneficial to your health in several ways. It cleanses, as well as keeps inflammation down to a minimum, and it's also good for the lower intestines. The problem is that turmeric is hard to digest, but by combining it with black pepper, which is also good for the digestion, the turmeric is digested 10 times quicker and easier. Dark leafy vegetables and grapefruit. Spinach should be eaten with fruit and vegetables that are rich in vitamin C. The vitamin C helps your body absorb the iron in the dark leafy vegetables more easily. Green tea and lemon. Green tea contains many antioxidants, and when you drink it in combination with lemon, it makes the body absorb 13 times as many of these antioxidants. Antioxidants protect the body against aging and cancer. This is very useful. Fatty fish and garlic. Fatty fish such as salmon, tuna, and sardines reduce cholesterol. Combining them with garlic increases this effect.
With all these excellent combinations, you can now fight the issues that tend to arise after dinner. It is wise to choose good combinations of food and to avoid the less healthy combinations, tempting as it may be to grab a quick burger and fries at the nearest fast food joint.